Okay, thank goodness this time was up. So let's go with chapter 1 without losing any other time. You're more than welcome to take notes, and after a very small recap, I'm gonna go with some quizzes, like questions, and I want you to feel powerful and sure that whatever there is there on chapter 1 is in your mind, in your soul, and you're gonna rock. Okay. Yes.
So, looking back at the first unit,
Mm-hmm.
we have scarcity, choice, opportunity, cost. That's okay, straightforward. Economic methodology, also straightforward.
let me let me lecture quickly, 5 minutes, and whatever you just raise a hand. Hey, I'm fine with that. Let's go on. So, what is the main problem of economy? The main problem of economy is the discrepancy between what is real and what is not. And real is that all resources like time, labor, land, capital are finite, while human beings would like them not to be. So resources are finite. And
So I think I'm good with the first topic, the first three actually.
okay, so what generates, I'm very quick on this. So what is generated because of this? So since resources are finite, we have the problem of choice. And choice equates a trade-off. So how many and which are the economic agents that we have a look at when talking about microeconomy? There are households, firms, and government. So what is the only solution for the economic problem?
Solution?
Yes, there is only one solution, which otherwise leads to a failure in the market. So all must be happy or satisfied. If not all of them, so the households, the firms, and the government are not satisfied, then, so if not, market failure. And market failure means like this. Like this, so death. Okay. Here we have the opportunity cost. Every time we make a choice, what happens?
There's a second best alternative.
Exactly, we lose all the rest. So choice is mandatory but bad, so detrimental. Second best choice, opportunity. So even if you buy a land for $5 million, next year this $5 million go out of your pocket. Can you explain me why very quickly?
Sorry, could you repeat?
Yes. So year 1, you buy land, which is minus $5 million. Year 2, what happens in your budget? What happens on your account balance?
Right, depends on what you did with the land.
Let's say that you hold it.
You lose out on potential buyers, maybe.
So you have minus $5 million. on year 3 plus inflation, of course, and so on and so forth. Why do you lose other $5 million?
Because you could have sold the apartment
Exactly.
at the 5 million.
Exactly. So this is a opportunity cost of holding the land there. Good. Now, what are the factors of production?
Enterprise with land, capital, enterprise, land, labor.
Yes, very good. Okay. Shall I randomly ask what the labor is? Can you give me a book definition?
Labor is the how do you define labor? Oh, labor. Sorry, not land. Well, labor could be like
Look at this.
capital,
No, this one.
slaves.
Yes, these are labor. It is, pretty rude, but we are not in the US, we are in Russia. So here, some kind of people are just jailed because of their sexual preferences. So now I don't want to get in the detail of it, but just to say that here, rude people live, so we can speak, frankly. So slaves. This is labor. That's it. Even by the way, look at this one. Even the owner of a firm, if he is the CEO, he is a slave of his own company because he pays the CEO for his time. And the CEO has a big opportunity cost because he would just say, hey, I just want to live in Bali, you know, drinking martini and surfing all day long, let the firm live its own life. But he's not doing that. He's giving out his own time to get money. And this is slavery. Good. Now, what is resource allocation?
The distribution of resources.
Yes. What to produce, how to produce it, and most likely by whom. So resources must be split between who? Household, firms, and government. And here we can write allocation of resources. Very good, very good. Very quickly, but I think you remember this. What are the main economic systems?
Free mixed plan.
Exactly, very good. Then let's go on. So no, that's fine. That's fine. The function for the price mechanism.
I think there's also traditional, but it doesn't. It's not really used.
It is signaling, incentive, and rationing. Okay. Ever heard of, or shall I go in the detail a little bit of these price mechanism functions?
The last one, or you mean all of them?
No, just signaling, incentive, and rationing price mechanism functions.
I don't think I'm familiar with those.
Let me quickly lecture through them. I prepared some notes on chapter 1. So signaling means that prices convey information about relative scarcity. So if something is scarce, the price goes up. Incentive, this is signaling. Signaling. Incentive. Higher prices, if price go up, production goes up. And until it satisfies demand. Until demand is satisfied. Is okay.
So first one is
Signaling.
signaling what again?
Higher prices say that something is scarce. So the more rare a good is, the higher the price. On the flip side, if something is expensive, it means it is rare, not only worth it.
So the more scarce it is, the higher the price.
Yes, exactly.
Second one is incentive economic.
Yes, incentive economics means that higher prices motivate producers to expand output, produce more, and satisfy demand.
But here for price increase, we would have production increase.
Yes. Please
And that is
notice that these two are exactly the contrary one of each other, because in the first one, if something is expensive, it means it is scarce, but it doesn't mean that somebody is going to produce it. In the second type of approach, it is an incentive. If you can produce a expensive good, you will do more.
So could you give me an example for the incentive market scheme?
Yes, of course. Okay. So
Can't think of.
I can. Let's make like this. So oh no. Foldable phones cost.
Foldable phones?
Yes. Foldable phones cost. And at the beginning there was only Samsung and Honor. At the beginning, I mean a couple of months ago. Now there is Oppo, there is what is the other one? Vivo. There is soon Apple is gonna get there. Something like that. The cake is so sweet. Why shouldn't we have a share of it? So to just build some even crappy product, the most important thing is that it sells high. That's it. Let's do that. Even if I don't have the technology, I don't have the materials, I don't have the know-how, I don't have the life hacks, it sells high. Let's do that. On another example, say that in the next week I see 20 orders, like a private tutor, I see 20 orders for discrete math, okay? I'm not a dragon in discrete math, but I see that they go out for 20,000 rubles an hour. I say, hey, let's invest 10 hours to get a small introduction to discrete math, so that I can sell my own hour for 20,000 K, maybe 18 because I'm a newbie. This is a good example, the check is high, let's do that. Okay. Did I convey the message?
Yeah.
Good.
I understand it.
Okay. Rationing. Rationing means that prices distribute goods to who is able and willing to pay. So no money, no honey.
rationing is just
no money, no honey. If you don't have dollars, you can starve. It's not my problem. Which is pretty
so with
barbarian kind of
definition.
thing. Well, the book definition says something like price distribute goods to those willing and able to pay.
Between those willing to pay.
Yes.
So goods. So rationing. Is distribution of goods between the people that are willing to pay. Okay, sir. I thought could we maybe like wrap it up here? For the recap of the first one. And I thought maybe we could maybe take a look. Production possibility curve. All that one.
Okay, let's start from the PPC then. Okay, let's go here. PPC.
Like consumer and consumer what type of goods?
Well, let's make food here and clothes there.
But it would be like usually it's like military and butter as example, no? Like weapons and butter.
Yeah, but I am a pacifist. I don't believe in violence as a way of solving, so I stay away from military and all the rest.
Okay.
So let's say that you are an individual and you can spend your budget on food and clothing. How does the curve look like?
Something like this. Can I move that?
No, you can't, by the way. Something like that, okay? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you got it. Why is that? Why does it have this shape?
Curved shape.
Yes.
Well, because if you decide to manufacture more of the other type of good, there's always going to be a cost to it. So if this was to be just straight, it would mean that there wouldn't be anything lost. But there actually is like efficiency loss in the process of switching to one manufacturing of one good to another.
Marginal rate of substitution. Exactly. Okay. Now, what about the points here? What about the points there? What about the points here?
One second. X inefficient, Y impossible. Everything on the curve is
Okay.
possible. Just depends on.
Very good. Moving from here to here shows the opportunity cost. Oppo. right? Okay, that's it. Good. Now let's go for the budget constraint, please. Like this. Good one, good two, budget constraint.
So there's good one, good two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What can you draw me, please, here?
I don't think I recall that one, sir.
Oh, come on, you do. You do. The budget constraint is a goddamn line like this, where this one is the budget divided by the price of the second good, and here you have the budget divided by the price of the first good. The equation of this line is happily P1x1 plus P2x2 equals M, where M is the budget prices, these are prices, these are prices, and these are quantities. I wrote that. And then
You want this one?
P1 is the price of good 1, P2 is the price of good 2.
Yeah, but here I don't see what it has here.
P1.
So P1 just X1.
P1 X1. So look, this is the money spent on the first good, because P1 is the price of 1 unit and X1 is the number of units.
On the line one of money spent on one good, you said, right?
The money spent on one good, yes. And then you have the income effect when this thing shifts outside, and eventually the curve becoming flatter if the price of good 2 gets down, cheaper.
So the overall number.
Exactly.
So the
yes. If something gets more expensive, no, the other way around actually. Here it is, not cheaper but expensive. Because we divide by something greater, so the value gets lower. On the other side, here we have cheaper good 2. And from this, I am sure you recall now, we have normal goods, inferior goods, given goods, right? Okay. Now, shall we spend some time on indifference curves?
yeah, that's right.
Okay. Okay. Very quickly then. So, like this. Again, here we have good 1, good 2, like this. And we have the indifference curves. The indifference curves are the loci where all the points have the same satisfaction. So say that this is, I don't know, coffee, and this is tea. So you are happy if consuming little coffee but a lot of tea, less tea, a little bit more coffee, a good equilibrium, or lesser tea and more coffee. So this is the shape of the utility curve. You don't care, you don't care where you are. You are as better off. But shall your budget increase, this thing shifts out here. And this is gonna be anyway happier because you have more money.
One second, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna move that out so it can like collapse.
Mm-hmm. You forgot the off there.
Oh, I'll just write that down. Yeah. So that represents income increase, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So let me write it in violet here. What are the properties of indifferent curves? Well, they never cross. They never cross, otherwise this would contradict the basis that you have the same type of satisfaction here and there. But if they cross, you would end up with 2 points in different coordinates having the same satisfaction, and you can't be as happy if you eat a lot or if you eat little, right? So this is a nonsense. That's why they don't cross.
Okay, sorry. The second curve we did, the second graph we did is what graph again?
This one, this one is the budget constraint. Budget constraint. Like this.
Budget
Constraint. Constraint.
right on the top, and I'm gonna read it.
Yes, please.
Violent.
Okay. So the indifference curves never cross, first thing. Second thing, they are convex, convex to origin because of the diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Oh my God, what does that mean? Well, this means, die goddamn, free. So this means that the more you have the less you care. Shall I spend some more word?
The more you have, the less you care. I mean, that makes sense.
That's why it is this shape. Okay.
So the more you have of tea, the less you care about coffee.
No, the more you have out of tea, the less you care of having more tea. So,
Oh yeah, right.
so when you are here, the satisfaction by one more unit of coffee is little. While here, when you have little, one unit of coffee, one coffee costs a lot.
So can I quickly go grab a bottle of water?
Yes, please. Let's go on with the next one, and the next one is going to be so we did this, yes, the special cases. So how are the
So can we do it here?
whatever you wish? Yes, of course.
It's just a structure.
Okay, so can you draw the curve for perfect substitutes?
That means perfect inelastic, huh?
No, we are not talking yet about elastic or inelastic. Perfect substitute.
I think it's maybe something like this.
The only thing is that it is still downward sloping, indifferent curve. Downward sloping like this.
Oh, oh, alright.
Okay. Why is that? Why is that? Because you you always give up the same amount of x to have some y, since they are
So
going in sets,
lost basically,
since
right?
they are in bundles.
So no resources are lost. That's why it's straight.
Well, well, say that these are cars and these are uh, monthly tickets, monthly bus tickets, car rides. You can always, you will always give up the same amount of this one of bus rides if you can earn some car rides, right? And this doesn't matter on the weather, doesn't matter on the company, doesn't matter on anything. They have always the same ratio. So constant ratio, let's write it here, constant if you don't like this type of if you don't like this type of example, let's do the following. Look, um, let's do birthdays, birthdays,
So doesn't
cakes.
Cola and Pepsi work
Um,
as a simple example?
I would make it more pushed since you are grown up, and let's say cocaine and coffee. So you need to
Oh,
work a lot. You need to work a lot, and either you give a sniff of cocaine or you get 20 cups of coffee. That's the same. So let's make it a little bit steeper. You are always going to be giving up one sniff of coke if you can get 20 cups of coffee. That doesn't make any difference to you. The only important thing is that you are able to work and produce. Get it?
All right. Yep.
So it doesn't matter whether it is 5 to 100 or 10 to 200. As long as it is 1 to 20, you are happy with that.
So
Doesn't
1 to 20 means perfect substitute.
Yes. Constant ratio. Perfect substitutes.
All right.
Which is different from the more you have, the less you care. These are substitutes, but not perfect substitutes. So let me write it here. This is just substitutes. Just substitutes. Are you following me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, very good, thank you. Then we have the perfect complements, which I'm going to show quickly here, which is like this, the L-shaped curved. Your utility depends only when the goods are consumed in couple. If you have more of good one or more of good two, your utility is the same. Good. Any question on this?
No questions, sir.
Great. Now, very, very, very quickly, demand, a little bit zoom it in. Demand and supply. We already know that the demand goes down, the supply goes up. This is the market equilibrium, price and quantity. This is price, this is quantity. This is producer surplus. So hold on, this is consumer surplus. And this is a price floor, this is a price ceiling, floor, ceiling. This is an eventual tax. This is the deadweight loss. This is the shortage. This is the flood or surplus. We have already covered all this in the detail. I don't want to waste time on this unless you have peculiar and precise questions. Shall I repeat quickly? Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hop. Allora, I will draw something and you name it. Okay. This is
Supply.
no demand.
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 Oh.
This is
Supply.
yes, of course. This is
Equilibrium.
market equilibrium. Yes. What is this area here?
So here we are like this, right? We're going like this.
No, let's draw it until there.
I'm not sure, sir.
Oh, you are. Oh, you
I
are.
don't think I remember.
Just think. Just think. You don't need to remember. You only need to use logics. Logics. Logics never fail. So say that you are here. You are a producer here. What is happening here?
Low quantity, low.
You produce at what? At low
Price.
at low cost,
Yeah, low cost.
but you sell at high price. What does that mean? All this is your surplus. So is the extra gain that you have, economic rent, whatever it is.
Wait, gain in money. In
Gain in
finance.
surplus. Gain in everything which you get out of the production process. Money, benefits, rental, I don't care. Taxes, aids, subsidies, everything, what you get from there. So this, let me zoom in. This is the production cost, and this is the selling price.
Okay.
So if you integrate on the whole area, like this one, all this is the producer surplus. Now,
So let me just.
yes, please. Would you produce here?
So you would produce a lot?
No. Would you produce here? Would you produce here?
No.
Why?
Because your demand. Wait, let me think.
Of course.
So does this line still go like this?
No.
Well, because your demand stops here, no?
No.
Maybe it's the price is too high.
The price is low. It costs.
Okay, so right.
It
It costs for
costs a
you to
lot.
manufacture
Exactly.
much.
It costs a lot, but if anything, yes, they would sell here. They would. But there is nothing there because nobody produces losing money.
I just didn't know, like, if it's here, it just corresponds to here. Now I know. I
So
forgot that.
it costs a lot, but is sold low. So we have a loss. That's why nobody produces over the market quantity. Okay. Now, what if we introduced a price floor?
That would be the top price that can be set to.
That's the bottom price. The floor is above which you live.
Yeah. Sorry?
The price is above which you live.
Which what?
About which you live. You breathe. You exist.
Oh, yeah. So are you gonna draw it?
Yes, please.
Or, okay. Just maybe get rid of this then. So that the graph is clear. Or, like this.
So a price floor, as you could draw it, yes, is this one.
So that's the price at which the maximum price that can be set, right?
The other way around. The minimum legal price below which you are not allowed to sell. So you sell here. So the the floor protects producers. Actually, they don't. It doesn't protect anybody because you end up with a shortage, and we already know that. What about the price ceiling?
That's the maximum price that can be set, but like it's down there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So if there is a ceiling, actually, if there is a floor, you end up with what? With surplus or shortage.
So if there's price floor, prices are high. Maybe surplus.
Of course, surplus. Because nobody buys. Very good. Oh my God. Okay. Um, what about the price floor? Sorry, ceiling.
Price ceiling is so the highest price at which the highest price at which the good is sold.
And which means the maximum price. The maximum price, because when you have the ceiling, you are here and you buy here. You buy
Okay, so that's
here, ceiling.
so that means it's a shortage.
Yes, ceiling. You demand more than what it is produced, so you end up with a shortage.
So the price for manufacturers is high.
No, is low. Is low. The price is kept low.
Manufacturer is low,
Yes.
but so the demand is high.
The demand is very high and the supply can't afford it.
Therefore, not enough units. Okay.
Okay. We basically covered it all. Basically.
Amazing. All right. Okay.
Good.